Yo, 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 yo. What's up, guys? How we doing today? I kind of goofed, so I've got to always record these because the quality of the stream's only 1080, and when I clip the live stream and take the clips from it, I put it. I want it to be 4K. I don't know. I just want to be the best quality. So I record it, and I was on time. I kind of goofed. Oh shoot! Now I'm talking. Anyway, I was on time and whatnot, and then I didn't hit record. So I'm gonna go hit record over here, and I'll come back. We already got some homies in the chat. I love this. I love seeing all you guys in here. I was up early. And anyway, hold on. Let me go turn on let me record. Hold on. Hello. All right. So anyway, happy Friday. How's everyone doing? We got the bang. This is actually bang number 2 for the day. So this is mostly just for show. I probably won't drink very much of it. But you guys know that's how it goes. We start the day off with the bang. We answer some BMX questions. But I want to play a BMX video with you guys. You guys want to watch a BMX video with me? Good, because that's what we're going to do. It's a quick edit from one of my friends, Trey. I was texting him last night, and I was like, Trey, did you put out a new edit? And he said, yeah. He has his comments turned off, which is interesting. That's no good. And Jay also said, so in here, guys, we put the poll. You guys got to vote on the poll. I'm going to end it real quick. But it was between who's better, Tom Dugan or Anthony Panza. And you guys can pick whatever, you know. And anyway, Jay said that I was going to put myself, and I was like, no, I can't handle it. And Jay's like, no, we got your back. Just block the people who don't vote for you. But Dougster Bob isn't a communism. You know, I'll take the L. When I have to take the L, I'll take the L. And I would take the L. I don't know. Last time I did it, you guys, good amount of you guys voted for me over Panza, and it was kind of funny. But Dorkin in York videos. So anyway, I'm gonna. Chief, I'm good. How are you? We're gonna just shout out the first few people in here. James was the first one. James said, before it even starts, I'm going to ask my question. So he got in here early. He asked his question early. What's up, James? Shout out, James. David, early gang. David's always here. Just That channel is back to the stream. Just That channel hasn't been on here in a while. So it's good to have Just That channel back. Dougster Bob, that's me. I was here 4th. And then user 90000 is talking about Tom Dugan, and then we got Jay in here. And that's pretty much it for the first few people. Yo, guys, last stream, you guys had like 500, 600, maybe 700 comments. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. What's up, Jared? How you doing? We got Jared, we got Kirk, Raider Al. Hey, Raider Al. Bro, I'm glad the manuals are getting consistent. I was just going through the Bike School YouTube last night and, replying to comments and keeping up with everything. And I saw Raider Al. Raider Al is one of our members. So is Jared. But it's so rad to hear when you guys are progressing. We'll talk about progression in a minute, because if you guys remember last stream, I said, hey, what tricks are you guys going to learn this week? It's already been a week since I asked that. Time flies. It's wild. And the trick that I said was Oppo Feeble, Easy 3. That's the only reason I really wanted Oppo pegs. And I did my trick, but did you guys do your trick? I'll show you guys my trick. We'll go over it in a minute. But let's go ahead and start it off. We start communism right here. Dougster Bob isn't communism. Anyway, let's watch this Trey Turner video. But what you guys need to do first. So Trey's my friend. I ran into Trey at Woodward. He was riding from Eastern. Man has the craziest style. It's just such a unique bag of tricks, and he links everything together so well. Now, Trey gets a lot of hate. He was on, was it an Adam 22 deal? I can't remember what they were doing. They were watching edits. They roasted homie. They roasted him. And because, I don't know, some of the stuff they said was sketchy. And some of it, he takes a sketchy landing earlier, but now his recent edits are super clean. So what we're going to do, and then he also gets a lot of heat, people saying it's repetitive. And what I said last night, I mean, to be fair, some of it does look repetitive, but what he's doing is he's adding things in to these lines to make it different than what it was before. But the way he does it is just so smooth and so clean that you really can't tell. So what we're going to do, we're going to watch this Trey Turner edit, Trey Turner, the homie, and I want you guys to watch it and see what you think. Now, keep in mind, for me anyway, when I watch it, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. But when I imagine myself actually doing these tricks, I'm like, there's no freaking way. And so watching it and then imagining yourself in that place is so different, you know? But anyway, I'm going to pull it up. I need you guys to tell me if you can hear it, okay? We're going to share screen, Chrome tab, this one. Okay. So this is on the screen. Oh, it's not on the screen. Now it's on the screen. And I'm going to change it to just be like, let's just do that. But I want it full screen. You know, we want the full Trey Turner effect. Okay, I guess we can't have full screen. This is all you get. You get the blue border, okay? Trey Turner, pressure. Tell me if you can hear. I'm going to play it for like 5 seconds. So you're going to tell me if you can hear it. Like not through my mic, but actually hear. That's why I don't do videos on here. Oh, I'll quit talking. Can you hear it? Yes? Say yes or no. Yes or no? Can you hear it? Where's everyone at? What's up, Caden? Okay, cool. You can hear the audio? Okay, cool. Okay, wait. I wasn't watching it, so I was just making sure you guys can hear it. We're going to restart it. You guys can hear it. Is that correct? Okay. Jay says yes. Lucas says yes. Okay, cool. Here we go. Trey Turner, edit. I've got to listen. Like, I'm going to have it up a little bit on my computer. Okay, anyway, whatever. Let's go. Trey Turner. Always got a interesting intro. Quick manual 180. Nice. He pops into those hang nothings so easily. Ice to manual. Lucky 180. Wow. So we've seen a lot of manual 180s, or maybe just 2 so far. Whoa, unlucky. Dope. So you guys imagining being able to do this? Yeah, you know, Lucas said he's going to learn manual 180s. You can get a lot of inspiration from this. Like Peg's 180 like that is something I've never thought about doing. I don't think I could land it. Feeble 180, yeah. Half cab manual 180 over a... No! I love this. Those hang nothings, I was trying them with him at Woodward, and they're just impossible. They're just impossible to get into. Where are we at? We're halfway, okay? That's crazy. What the? Is that Angel in the background? Angel, are you in the stream? Is that you? Now that was cool too. Fakie manual. I've been working on fakie manuals the last few weeks. They're hard on a poster. Half cab, hang nothing. So he went from shirtless clips to hoodie clips. So you know he put in work to film this. Like, this isn't just in one weekend. I've got bang burps. This isn't just in one weekend. Like, this is like a year. This I saw in a Dig BMX video. This must have been the clip. No, it wasn't. Manual 3? Dope. Trey, the manual 3 was dope. Oh, this is the one I saw in Dig BMX. Sheesh. Hang? So is that a hang 10 or a hang nothing? He's got a whole afro right there. Dude, ow, to ice? Dope. Dope. Is there an ender? Oh, this is the ender.
The human serviette from Vancouver, British
I don't know who this guy is. Do you guys know who this guy is?
Please keep on biking in the free world and do Trey Turner.
I don't like the ending. I don't like that. I don't like that guy. I don't know, man. I don't like that guy. Anyway, what'd you guys think about the edit? What'd you learn from it? You take away any clips? I'm going to share it in the community. You guys, anyone else, anyone watching the stream later wants to go watch this? Well, I guess you could. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to share it. I like Trey. And then we'll get to some questions. I'm going to, okay, cool. Did that. Looks good. We're going to hide that. Here's Dougster Bob again. And no, Trey's not from Vancouver. That dude's from Vancouver, I guess. But Doug, you got Phoebes down. Now Oppo ice to hanger. Jared's always trying to kill me. What's up, Dirt Racer? How you doing? I don't know Nerdware. I don't know who he is, but did you guys like the ending? If you guys like the ending, like, hey, you know, that's your deal. I don't know if I like the ending. No, Trey's he's not from Vancouver. I'm not East Coast somewhere. Wow, how do I not know where Trey lives? Anyway. Oh God, so many good comments already. Oh, we're gonna end the poll here. We're gonna end the poll. You guys said you can hear. Good. So anyway, I will get to all these comments eventually, but I'm going to go through, you guys know how it works. I'll just go through every single question. So if you guys have questions, throw them in right now. I will get to your questions eventually, but look at this. Anthony Panza was the winner. Now, is Tom Dugan better? I don't know. Anthony's a very talented bike rider. So usually you have that argument. Is it better to be like a YouTube bike rider or be a talented bike rider? Like if you look at, I don't know, Logan Martin doesn't have nearly as many subscribers as Panza, but Logan's a lot better. Panza's more entertaining. And anyway, every time I hear doot 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 doot, you guys are funny. All right. Anyway, I'm going to go through. I'm going to start answering some questions. So James, this is James's first question. I sent him a link to a recent bike school video. And anyway, James says, can I get some tips for learning tail whips? I struggled to keep the bike under me and it tends to fling away from me. Yeah, so it's really hard to give trick advice without seeing the attempt. And that's why we do, for the bike school members in the Facebook group, we can actually see the attempts and give the feedback based on that. But James, I'll just kind of go over like a couple of the common things. And the video that I sent, the bike school video, the things I'm talking about are things that you should learn before you even try a tail whip. A lot of people try tail whips or try different tricks before we're ready for it. And so if you're trying a tail whip before you can jump comfortably and level out, you're not going to be able to tail whip because you can't even get the jump part down. And so anyway, that's the gist of that. So look through that video, make sure you've got the things that I talked about. A foot variation so you can get your foot back on, jumping comfortably so you can lean over it. And I assume you're doing it fly out. And anyway, the hardest part for me when doing the whip was understanding how much under me it has to be. So when you come off the coping, usually we kick the whip too early. That's one of the first things. You come off, you kick it right away before you've jumped and leveled out. And so if you're kicking it right away, imagine you're coming out of the quarter. Imagine the position your body's in when you're coming out of the quarter, okay? Your body's expanded out. You're in that expanded motion. And doing a tail whip like that's not going to work. Your bike's like this, your body's like this, it just won't work. And so you've got to wait until you level out and then kick the whip. So you're popping off the quarter, getting in the air and waiting. And once you start to level out, that's when you snap it because your weight is already headed down, your body's headed down, and your body's leveled out over top of the bike. And I think that's one of the number one reasons people don't get the bike below them. Now, when you start to do it right, you're going to dead sailor. So if you dead sailor, you know you're doing something right. It can be painful, but just be prepared to dead sailor because when you come out and you kick the bike at the right time, you're going to dead sailor until you figure out how to pull it back and get enough momentum for that initial kick. So just plan to dead sailor. And I mean, if you're dead sailoring, you're doing it right. Now just kick the bike a little bit harder and snap it with your wrist and you'll be able to get it around. But make sure you're not throwing the whip too early. That's pretty much the most common thing. So Jay was able to level up his bunny hops over the week. And he said, it's just a small bit, but progress is progress. And that's the thing, dude, for real, good job, because the progress part is the most important part. It's like there's that saying, if you get 1% better at something every day in a year, you'll be an expert at it, right? And 1% is not very much, but when you compound that over a whole year, and if you get better at bunny hops just a little bit once a week, at the end of the year, you've got pretty decent hops. And so don't belittle it, Jay. Good job. That's awesome. And then I think somebody, user 9000, almost got 360s. And I know we were talking about 360s in the last live or the live before. I think it was the last live. And I was saying, hey, do some tire taps, do some this and that. And so it's good you're close. Next week, you better have it. Otherwise, I'm going to block you from the channel. So if you don't, next week, you're not allowed in any more streams unless, I'm just kidding. But that'd be cool if you got it next week. We'd all be hyped for you, okay? And David got his manuals up to 4 parking spots. That's good, David. That is good. That's the same thing. You know, if you get 1 parking spot a week, eventually you'll be at 48 parking spots for the week. That's crazy. But dude, everyone struggles with manuals. So good job, David. Who's working on manuals here? Like anyone in the chat trying to get better at manuals? How far can you manual? That's the question, okay? Let me know how far you guys can manual. I'm really curious because that's a big problem for people. It's really hard to find that balance point, and it's really hard to get into it without looping out or without dropping it. For you guys working on manuals, hold on. I'll share a video with you guys to watch after this if you haven't watched it already. But give me 5 seconds to find it, okay? 5 seconds. Because I feel like this one's a really good explanation of it. So this is Nick and I just talking about the problems that we had while we were learning manuals, because everyone's different, right? The lighter guys are going to have a hard time getting the bike up enough, and the bigger guys are going to have a hard time getting the bike to where they don't loop out, right? And some people, one of my issues was when I would pull up for a manual, one of my arms was crooked. And so this would cause me to just go, that's not good. You want to be able to manual in a straight line. But anyway, that video should help you guys with manuals, and good job, David. Hey, Hayden, are you in here? Hayden just subscribed to the channel. Thanks, Hayden. Anyway, I'm gonna scroll through. I'm gonna look for some questions, some comments. There's a lot of chit chat in here about Anthony Panza. User, wait, who's talking? User's talking about who's talking about loose cranks? Users talking about loose cranks, and David said, be sure to put thread lock on the spindle bolts too. And I said, red thread lock on the bolts. I was kidding. Please don't put red Loctite on your bolts. Like, don't do it because then I'll get sued or you'll be mad. I don't know. I was just kidding. Don't do it. James says he thinks the parcel with his custom BMX got lost. I'm going to type RIP in the chat for James. James, I hope you find it. You guys, everyone say RIP to James's bike. It's gone. Dude, that was one of my biggest fears when I was ordering my stuff, because it got shipped and then it's like, it's on the way and it's delayed. And I'm all, bro, if you guys lost my stuff, I'm going to literally, I'll cry. And James, what I think everyone is pretty much overworked in, sounds like you said parcel, so it sounds like you're from the UK or Australia or something like that. But everyone here in the US, stuff is taking way longer than it normally does, just because I think people are ordering online more than they used to because of COVID, because we got used to it during COVID. And then there's not as many workers doing that kind of work. So it's just like everything's taking forever. I ordered, so anyway, James, before I get off topic, I think you're fine. I think everything's just delayed. It's going to take a little bit, but you'll get your stuff. Don't stress. Don't stress. I ordered the Kevin Peraza Vans, and they should be here Monday. And I was going to go on a tangent, I guess. Hold on. So I think the Kevin Peraza Vans are going to be a lot like these BMX Vans. So you see the BMX Vans, nice waffle cup down here, and they're fun to ride in. Like, I'm not going to lie, they're pretty nice. On the other shoe, this got chunked out from hitting my crank, but they're okay. They're good. But then I told you guys last time I started riding in the Avs, and these are the Avs. You see, pretty much, I don't know. Is that the same design? I can't tell. No, but it's similar. Similar design, but not the same. But where the pedals go, you've got the waffle cup. And I don't think the sole's as cushy. But anyway, the gist of it is these are better. These are way better than the BMX Vans, in my opinion, because they weigh about, they feel like they weigh about half what this weighs. Okay, that's one. Two, this is pretty much, so this side part of the shoe is pretty much the same thickness as this. The big difference there is that this one's more breathable. And for some reason, these just feel really bulky. Like, they don't form to your foot very good. And they're fine to ride in, like, don't get me wrong, but they don't form to your foot very good. So they feel really, really bulky. And the reason, so I've been wearing these for the last like few months while I was riding the Vans Avs, and it was good. And then I was like, I literally bought these with my bike. I'm like, why am I not riding in these? So yesterday I put them on and I was riding in them, and I was like, that's why. They're not they're not as comfortable as the other ones. So anyway, I hope the KP Vans are a little bit more towards, like, I don't know, a little less bulky. Because to be fair, the Vans aren't that protective on the sides or anything anyway. So why are they so heavy and bulky? Or the BMX Vans aren't as protective on the sides. So why are they so bulky? I don't know. But anyway, that's my rant about shoes for the day. So 24 North is in here, guys. He always has really cool videos going out. You can check out his channel. Cool videos riding the kink whip on trails and stuff. It's super rad to watch. Hyped to have you in here. Hyped to have you in here. Who's the spy? I don't have much water, and pina colada banks aren't the best flavor, but it's what I had, and I already drank my other bang. So anyway, hold on. Dude, 24 North is taking 24 North. You changed your name so it was easier to understand. Is taking his kids to the skate park. That is sick, man. Hope that goes good. Keep us updated. Let us know on the next live how the skate park was. Chief is here from Australia. What's up, Chief? Chief and Kirk, I think, are both here. What's up, SnowFX? How you doing, man? Good to have you in here. Caden, we haven't seen Caden in a long time. Skate for life. Oh my God, we got everyone on in here. That's sick. Do we have any questions? I'm just gonna scroll through. My cat's name is Duke. All right, so I talked about Raider Al's manuals. I think I'm sure I did. And that's good. We talked about a lot of manual progression. Actually, I'm going to scroll over here and see what you guys said about who's doing manuals. I asked a while ago. Hey, yeah, those are the Kyle Walker vans. Beckham, that's what I got. Ray, how's it going, Ray? I will get to your question as soon as I can. I just want to see who's working on manuals. That's what I wanted to see. Roman Summers learns Smiths. Oh man, I'm skipping ahead. I don't want to skip ahead yet, but anyway. Tim, welcome back to the stream. Hyped to have you in here. Guys, you guys are great. I told you last stream, you guys are my only friends, so I think you guys only come to the live stream because you feel bad for me, because you're like, hey, he said this is his only friend, so I guess I gotta be here for him. Chief, I mean, I guess you can ask whatever you want as far as, yeah, whatever. As is BMX related for the most part. I mean, don't ask me what my cat's name is. I don't have a cat. But yeah. Super Noob says Adam 22 is an idiot. Oh God. Okay, so what do you guys think about Adam 22? This will be fun. What are you guys' thoughts? I also don't particularly like Adam 22 or the what was the BMX meme thing that would just say everything doesn't count? Oh my God, why can't I think of it? If somebody did a trick and landed in the grass, they'd repost it and call them out and say, hey, it doesn't count. Shit. Wow. I guess they weren't that relevant. I can't even remember. Anyway, Adam 22 and those people, you guys know who I'm thinking of, right? I got to go check the comments. You guys know. Help. Who is it? Oh my God, you guys are letting me down. What is Rodeo Peanut? That's it. Rodeo Peanut. Okay, I think Rodeo Peanut's dead now. But anyway, they would always just call out stuff. Like I feel like it was funny, but it was also toxic to BMX. And so is Adam 22, in my opinion. So yeah, I don't particularly like him. He's done very well moving out of BMX and going into the rap stuff. He just doesn't seem that intelligent, but then he's also probably built $1 million business. So good on him, I guess. Good on him. Okay, so Lucas is going to learn manual 180s this week. Lucas learned bar spins a couple weeks ago. Now he's doing manual 180s. What are you guys going to learn? Anyone? I'm gonna pick my trick too for the week. What am I gonna learn this week? Do you guys think I could feeble whip? I'm not very good at oppo feebles, but if I could oppo feeble, it's an easy. I'm gonna say oppo feeble whip because we're gonna ride regionals this This is a trick I've feeble to whip up a ledge before, and feeble whipped up a rail, or pegs whipped up. Who's calling me right now? Get out of here! Oh, I catch a can. That's probably like my dad. Shoot, I'll call him back in a minute, in an hour. That's interesting. But anyway, my trick is going to be opposite feeble whip. Okay, so what's your guys' trick for the week? You have to land it. You have to. It's a deal. I'm typing it in right now to lock it in. So tell me your tricks. Lucas, you better get this. All right. Oppo hanger. Yeah, Jared's trying to kill me, calling out these tricks. But let's see. Okay. Skate for Life says, "Hey Doug, I want to get a kink whip, not XL. I'm 4'10". Do you think it'll be good for me?" No. I mean, here's the thing. This is just my opinion. You could buy whatever bike you want, but at 4'10", you definitely want like a 20.00 inch top tube. You really want 20.00. If you go with a 20.5, which is half an inch bigger, which doesn't seem like much, right? Like that. That's not that big. But the wheelbase expands quite a bit, and it'll have bigger bars. It's going to be harder for you to control. So yes, you can ride the bike, but I promise tricking it is going to be hard. Derek, one of the guys that comes to the park, his kid was at the park, and he's riding an 18 right now. He's 4'10", and the only thing it seems a little bit small on him, only because the bars were bent back. And he could have bigger bars. But where he's at 4'10", that 18 is going to be the best thing for him. If you get up on a 20-inch, progression just gets extra hard. And especially a 20.5, it's just going to be harder to progress. It's going to be harder to maneuver. You're going to be frustrated with the sport. I think skate, one of the reasons that you would want a kink whip is because it's the best bang for your buck bike that you can buy right now, right? And that's very important, but size should be a lot more important to you. So for you at 4'10", you probably don't weigh very much. You'd be much better off with a 20.00 inch BMX bike. That's the correct size for you. Even though it's high tensile steel, you're not heavy enough to really break it that much and to have too much of an issue with it. So I'm going to send you, this is just one option. The Fit Park is a really small, compact bike. And I think it's a little overpriced. Dang, this thing's sick. But anyway, there's a lot of different color options. I'm going to send it. Check it out. It's small. It's compact. It's going to be good for you as a smaller rider. You're going to feel more comfortable on this bike than you would on the kink whip. And now this is rare, guys. This is very rare because I recommend the kink whip all the time. Like, I love the kink whip just because of how good it is for value. Okay. But right now, it's not the best bike for everybody. And where you should be on a 20.00 inch top tube, the kink whip's probably not going to be the best for you because it's 20.5. You need half an inch smaller. Is it half an inch? Yeah, half an inch smaller than the kink whip. So check out the Fit Park. Check out the Verdi Cadet. Comes in a 20.00. The We the People Nova, the We the People not the CRS. But anyway, the Primer. Those bikes, while they are lower quality, are still going to be better for you. Good. All right, dude. I'm glad Trey's getting some love. I love this. I'm going to send it to Trey. Trey's going to like that. Yeah, anyway, you guys, I'm going to ask him why he's got his... Wait. I'm going to just send it to him later. I don't know why he's got his comments turned off. That's not good. You can't dictate people's free speech. I get a lot of hate on my videos. I mean, not a lot, but some people come in super noob, really aggressively. And I know it's just like, it's not out of a malicious place. It's like you guys should be able to speak your opinions on my content, on any content you want, and I should be able to read your opinions and be open about it. And sometimes you guys say stuff, and I'm like, damn, that's a good point. Like I'm in the wrong, or I said something stupid, and it's good to learn from it. So I don't know. I think Trey should have his comments on, and Amber Heard, right? You guys watch that whole thing. She posted on her Instagram her feelings about the verdict, comments off. Like, there's no way she's going to leave her comments on and let people tell her what they think. Johnny Depp posted comments on. Now, in his comments, I'm sure there's people who are all for Amber Heard who would talk shit about him in his comments, but you just got to leave it open and take the heat when it's there. You just got to take it. People are allowed to have opinions. I don't know. Sometimes their opinions are wrong, but they're also opinions. So SnowFX says Tom is a pure pro. So we're talking about Tom Dugan versus Anthony Panza. Panza is a personality. That's a good point. I'm a personality. I'm not very good on a bike. Like I realized that I was like, I should be pro. Now I'm like, I'm not good enough to be pro. So I'm just gonna help other people get to at least get to my level of riding, which is competent. My level of riding's okay, but yeah, I agree with this though, North. He says, in this day and age with YouTube, it's better to be entertaining and kind of good rather than really good and so-so videos. I think back in the day, your skills could really speak for yourself, but now we have so much opportunity to put ourselves out there and just be ourselves in a sense. And I don't know. I would assume Panza's making way more money. Now, is money everything? No, it's not everything. I would assume Panza has way more freedom, financial freedom, than Dugan, despite Dugan being a better bike rider. Because I will agree, I think Dugan's a better rider also. What's up, Thomas? Thomas is at his daughter's graduation picnic. Dude, I'm hyped that you're in here. Glad you came by, said what's up. So, Thomas, it's all good, man. Thomas, how's your wrist? So, Thomas is another bike school member, and he had a wrist surgery. Dude is out there doing fakies still. I saw his Instagram, and he's doing fakies after wrist surgery. I'm like, Thomas, what are you doing, man? Uh, good for you. The grind don't stop for Thomas. So anyway, just that channel says I have 8.75-inch bars on my bike right now. That's what came with it stock. I'm taller than 6 feet. What size bars would you recommend? Would you recommend I should buy, and how will it change my riding and geometry? Um, so if they feel uncomfortable, if it feels like you're hunched over on the bike, yeah, go with taller bars. I'm 6'4". I only ride 9.25. Before that, I was riding 8.9. But my stack height's pretty tall. My top load stem gives me extra rise. There's a bunch of things that contribute to your stack height. But essentially, your bar rise makes your hands at a higher position, okay? And so if you draw, I don't think I have it on here. Hold on, let me pull up. I don't know if I'll be able to show it. This ebook. This is the big book of BMX specs. It's just an ebook that I wrote to essentially talk about specs so that you guys can make a better buying decision with your spec buying. I know a handful of you guys have this already. But I talked about bar height here, and I made a really good illustration. This is where it's handy as heck. But let me find the illustration. Hold on. Okay, I think it's right here. Yeah, okay. Let me see if I can share this. So hold on. Anyway, while we wait, what's your guys' favorite color? Hold on. This is what we'll do. I screenshot it and put it in Google Chrome. Oh, it's gone. Yep, you guys just keep being patient. I gotta answer these questions, like I gotta get to them. Because otherwise I'm just a bad YouTuber. I just want to be here, help you guys get into BMX, understand everything, all that. All right, I think, hey, here it is. Okay, hold on. All right, we got it up on the screen. Now I gotta share it. God, all this for a bar question. I could have just probably explained it, but that's boring. Okay, so if we look at this right here, look at this little diagram at the bottom. Hide that. So essentially, you get more leverage, right, with the height. And so if you draw an imaginary line from here to here, that line is going to be a lot shorter than the line with 9-inch bars because it's going to be taller. You've just got more leverage overall. And so it's going to make it a little bit easier to get the bike back like this. Now there's a point where there's too much leverage and you're always at a tipping point. And so you want to find the perfect balance. Like if you imagine right here is where you're going to flip over and right here is where your bike's on the ground, your handlebars are say right here, okay? And you have to pull up to get the front wheel up. But when you're jumping, when you're manualing, when you're doing anything, you want to pull it up to a point that it stops right here before your tipping point, okay? And when you have smaller bars, you're starting right here, so you have a lot more room to lift the front of the bike up and to maneuver it. When you have really tall bars, you're starting right here. So while you have more leverage and it's easier to pick the bike up, you can flip over a lot easier. I went up to like 9.75 at one point, and I absolutely hated it. It was just too loopy, too uncontrollable. I had tons of leverage, but I really hated it. And so anyway, that's the gist of bar height. I wouldn't go too crazy, just that channel. I'd probably keep it around, I don't know, try 9 inches, 9.25 if you like it. And you could go to 10. It seems like a lot of people are riding 10, but in my opinion, that's too much. Now, it's a lot of personal preference, though. Some people, it's just fine. Yeah, Kirk says 9.5. Big preference. Nathan says, question, would you do best aftermarket frame brands and include S&M? Yeah, I think if I ever did a video about, see, a lot of people get mad at me because I do like top 7 bikes or top 10 brands or something like that. And then they're like, well, why isn't S&M on there? And I'm like, well, S&M doesn't make bikes. Like, what are you talking about? Why should S&M be on the list? But yeah, if we're talking about aftermarket frame brands, I'm pretty sure S&M's still made here in America. Yeah, they'd be up there for sure. Yeah, I'd include them. I don't know if they'd be at the top of the list. I personally think Sunday or We the People are very, very solid, but I don't know. A lot of that comes down to preference too, opinion. Hayden says, I started really going for them the past couple weeks. One day it just clicked, and as long as I don't drop it, I can go for 20, 30 seconds. So he's talking about manuals. That's sick, dude. And that's what's going to happen for a lot of you guys. So you work on it one day, you don't get anywhere. You work on it another day, you probably don't get anywhere. You work on it for a couple weeks, and you're like, this is tough. But I promise one day it's going to click. Like it did it for me. It's done it for me in nose manuals. It's done it for me in a lot of different tricks, backlashes. Like there's just such a steep curve to learning anything, especially action sports. Like I can't draw a curve with my hand, but it's like here to here, it's a short time, but it's a steep curve. So it's very hard to do. But once you get there, once you get past that curve, you're like, wow. And it seems like everything just clicked. But it's like your body comes together and figures everything out. It's a weird deal, but yeah, manuals, nose manuals, backlashes, all of that, fakey manuals. Good job, Hayden. Good job. Jay says, any tips on your first time trying a 180? Just do it. That's probably my best tip. Jay, you just got to send it. And then once you send it, once you give it a few solid attempts, you can look at those attempts and figure out what you're doing wrong. But without a few solid attempts first, you don't really know. So try it a few times, come back, let me know what's not working, and I'll try and help you from there. Just make sure you've got enough carb, you're popping hard enough, and you're turning your head. Most people don't turn their head on the first few attempts. You pop, you turn 90, and then you like run away from the bike. That's what happens to everyone. So make sure you're turning your head. LRMTB says, what keyboard? Bro, it's just my MacBook Pro. It's just the stock keyboard, man. Nothing crazy, just the MacBook keyboard. Can anybody T-bog on this live stream? What do you mean? How do you, anyone in the, I was like, bro, how do you expect them to do a T-bog on my live stream? Like, that's impossible. Anyway, that's not, he's asking, can anyone in the stream, anyone in the chat T-bog? I'm sure you guys got that. I didn't catch that. Anyway, can any of you guys T-bog? What's up? Tim says, hey, no, Bob, this is not my first time. All right, Tim, everyone say welcome, Tim. Welcome, Tim. It's Tim's first time. I'm just kidding. What's up, Tim? Hope your day's going good. So just that channel is going to start grinding on manuals. He's been focusing on bunny hops for the last few weeks, but not practiced manuals. That's good. I think it's definitely important to switch it up when you can. Switch between manuals, bunny hops, and fakies. Those are the three that I tell everyone. User said he uploaded a video doing 360s and 180s. If I can click on here, if I can find him, we're going to go watch that video. Should we watch his video? Let's go check it out. I got to be able to like find it right now. Oh, here it is. Here's his channel. We're going to go view. Let's see what's on the channel. Oh, progress. All right, progress. It's a 30-second video. Oh, man. Put it on screen. Hold on. You guys ready? So this is user 9000 doing some progress. Yo, dude, that was good. What? I wasn't expecting that. I was a little nervous that it wouldn't be like worth sharing, but I already got halfway into sharing it, so I just have to. That was actually good. Very impressed. Okay, here we go. So super clean. I wish the foot didn't come off, but dude, very good. I think we're going to get a 360 attempt next. He's got pop on that 180. Oh, yeah. Okay, so first off, look at the head. The head is not turned, guys. The head is not turned. There we go. That's the red flag. Is that all? Oh, we got one more. Okay, pulled the fakie. No foot down. Very solid, man. Very solid. Okay, hold on. Let's look. This I shouldn't do just because this is like for our bike school members. So, dude, for real, bike school would help you out a ton if you have the money for it. Like, I promise you'll get you you'll progress a lot, like a pinky promise. But anyway, look, this is what we do, okay? Check this out. Look at the head. Just look the wrong way. Your head should be like this. Look at your car, or that car. I don't know if that's your car, but look at the car, and that 360 would come around. Dude, you have the pop, you have the control. Like, look at the head. No, it should be over your shoulder. So everything's good. You could also suck your knees up a little bit, but without the head turn, it's not going to happen, right? Look, you're spinning this way, but your head's this way. You can't. Your head's going to stop your shoulders right here, and like imagine this. Okay, imagine I do a 360, and I spin my body, but my head's going to stop. And when my head stops, my body can move just a tiny bit before the momentum like slows down. So now imagine if you're turning your head and you're spinning, like, whoa, here, let's see. I don't know. This might look stupid. I might hurt myself, but oh, I'm not even on the screen fully. Anyway, you guys see, I was turning my head and explaining it, but let's see. If I turn my head, watch how fast I spin. All right, you saw that, right? But now let's say I spin and I turn my head. I don't know if this will work on the chair, but this is how it works on the bike. So you spin. You see how I got hung up there? Immediately my body turned, but my head stopped myself. Okay, did you guys see that, or am I crazy? I was low-key worried that it wouldn't work on the stream. But if you turn your head, whoa. So anyway, I'm dizzy, so that's the end of the stream, guys. Just kidding. But anyway, that's going to help you. Pinky promise, okay? That's going to help you. Guys, leave a like for me spinning around on the stream. But 180, super clean. You have the 360 for sure. $360 chair. That's so funny. All right, cool. So that was fun. I feel like that was a good example, but now we're just going through looking. Jared says red Loctite is evil stuff. And I thought I bought red Loctite for my BSD Revolution, and it turns out I bought blue, but I was ready to put red Loctite on it. I was so mad. This thing kept slipping, driving me crazy. I was just I'd weld it, I'd weld it if I could, but Caden's one of our bike school members too. I haven't seen you post in there very often, Caden. So I would love to see this 360 down a 6-stair. Post that in the group. But he said, I did a 360 down a 6-stair and I landed it. It was sick, but it cracked my top tube in half. To save money, can it be welded back together? Or is buying a brand new frame what's he say? The move. I think he says the move. The only option. So there's a lot more sophisticated tradesmen in this live stream than me. Here's the deal. My dad's a welder. That's what he's done his whole life. Very, very good at it. And I cracked a frame one time. It was an Eastern Trail Digger. It was tri-moly. The back end was bent to hell, but I cracked the top tube and he welded it for me. What he had to do, he took it to work. He sandblasted off all the paint and welded it back together. He's like, look, this weld, and then he repainted that part that he sandblasted. Man, I appreciate that. I don't give my dad enough love for how much he helped me in BMX. I give a lot of it to my mom and stepdad, but he did a lot too. Damn. Anyway, he did that and he's like, this weld is probably better than the factory one. And he wasn't kidding, So I don't know. From his perspective, he welded it back together, said it's better than it was before. And so I imagine it's possible, but I also imagine he had to recut it, like go back around the weld, break off the weld, clean it up, and then weld it back together, like to do a real professional job. So it's not just like sticking your TIG welder over the paint and on the crack and just zzz, welding. That's not the sound a welder makes, but you know what I mean. And welding the head tube back on, it's not that simple. Now I had another friend who's actually also a welder. He's doing pipeline stuff, Aaron, and I cracked a frame. I broke it in half. I broke it clean in half. And did that one break in half? I think it did. And he welded it back together, and it was big, chunky. Like, this is when he was first starting out. The weld is just big, chunky welds. We didn't clean it or anything, and it kind of went back together. But I bought a new frame, ASAP Rocky. I did not ride that one. The one that my dad welded, I rode for quite a bit, and it was good. So anyway, Caden, I don't know if you can find someone who can professionally weld it and like stand behind it. I guess go for it. It's going to save you. But then again, shop rate's expensive. Like, to find someone who can do it legit, I feel like that's going to cost you close to as much as a frame. And I really don't know that the quality would be trustable. So what's Sawyer saying? Oh, Sawyer, I missed your question. Sawyer says, what's the first thing you should upgrade on a new complete? First thing I would upgrade, that I tell most people to upgrade, is go with the tires. And I think I saw Kirk touch on that, but the stock tires for most bikes are very heavy and not very grippy. And so you can save a lot of weight. You can also just improve the ride quality, quote unquote, by going with a new set of tires. If you have the money, go with wheels. A wheel set's going to save you a lot of weight. It's going to give you a lot of strength to your bike, and but they're expensive. And the focus on rotational weight, I just had a conversation about this earlier, should be the primary focus. Like, if you could save a pound on your rotational weight in your wheels versus a pound on your seat post, go with the wheels. It's just going to be more efficient for your riding for weight savings. But anyway, I'd say tires, depending on what you got, though. That's a big part. Do you have high tensile steel bars? Do you have high tensile steel forks? Like, what's bad on the bike that we can upgrade? So all right, Ray. Ray says, I am wanting some help choosing some chain tensioners and a free coaster with as little slack as possible. Boy, Ray, do I got something for you. I just saw, let's see. So I think for most beginners, it's good to go with the, Jesus Christ. These are expensive. It's good to go with a complete wheel versus a hub and building a custom wheel. But if you want to build a custom wheel, like, go crazy. So free coaster with no slack. I don't know what you would get. Like, most of them have adjustable slack, but if you adjust it to be too little slack, that thing's going to engage on you all the time. And there's no point in having a free coaster if it's engaging on you all the time. So what I would do to avoid that is to get a planetary, which is what I ride. It gives you the same benefits of a free coaster. You fakie backwards. You don't have to pedal backwards, right? And there's no slack at all. So I ride a free coaster. I ride a BSD Revolution. This is the Colony version. Check this out. This is a planetary. It's $325 for the wheel. Planetaries are going to be very expensive, but they're worth it. In my opinion, they're worth it. I absolutely love it. This BSD one, it's sold out. So go with the Swarm. The Revolution sold out. Chain tensioners, I don't know. I've never worried about them. And but now the frame I have has built-in chain tensioners, which I like, but it's also nothing crazy. It's just as easy for me to pull the back wheel back and tighten the wheel down without chain tensioners. So I don't know. These box 3 chain tensioners look decent as long as they're the right size. 3/8. They are not the right size, so that's good. Just make sure your chain tensioners are for the bigger axle. That's the biggest thing that you should worry about. But I don't know. Pretty much anyone that's the right fit will do the trick. All right, I'm just going through. Hayden says he hasn't been in this stream since last May, bro. Wait, last May? Like a year ago? Because it's May right now, right? Oh, no, it's June. You talking about like 10 days ago, May, or are you talking about like 370 days ago, May? What are you talking about? Oh, Dantas says, hi, why you skipped my question? Dantas, I'm sorry. There's 500 comments, so there's a high probability that I will miss a question. And if I miss your question, just throw it in again. I'll get to it again. Just throw it like if you would have said, if you instead of saying hi, why you skipped my question, if you would have just asked a question again, I'd be answering your question right now. But instead, I'm not. But I'm sure just throw it down there. I'll get to it eventually. I'm sorry. But there are a lot of comments. There's a good amount. So, and then again, Douglas, why you skip? Bro, put your question in. Damn. All right. Chief says, question. What are the must-have items to bring in your bag to the skate park? Oh, this is fun. What are your guys's? Yeah, so Kirk says a 6. You guys, what do you guys take to the park? What's your go-to? So for me, granola bar, energy drink, 6 millimeter Allen key's good, 8 millimeter for my cranks, 17 millimeter, right, for my wheels. What if you get a blowout? You need a tube. You got to have extra tubes, have 5 tubes. And if your friend gets a flat, you can hustle him for some money and sell your tubes for double the price because he's desperate. And so tubes, tubes are good. And spoke wrench. Man, my spokes have been coming loose every single day. It's really frustrating. So anyway, have a spoke wrench on hand. And I don't know. I think a 6 millimeter, a 17, a spoke wrench, and tube is pretty much all you really need. But it also just depends like what you're into. Gonna Whistling Pro BMX. Yeah, so Donatus. You can't post links in here, man. Let's see. Did you send it in an email? I feel like you saw it. Okay. Damn, this sounds urgent. What's the bike? Say it's worth it. It's gonna withstand. What's the bike called? Just what's the name of the bike? I'm not gonna open a link, but what's the bike called? Beer weed, camera, tripod, notebook, bike, toolbox. Camera and tripod. I have a tripod in my car. You can't fit your tripod in a bike, but or in a bag. But tripod's always good. I always have people like, hey, can I use your tripod? I'm all sure. That's what it's here for. But Donatus, what's the name of the bike? I will look at it right now if you tell me the name. ASAP Rocky. I feel like I haven't even gotten to many questions and we're already over an hour. Chief left? Oh man. All right. Anyway, Donatus. Oh, Donatus didn't have an answer, so Peter's learning how to bunny hop. Awesome, dude. That's sick. Sean Sawyer is going to learn a 360 flat. This is where we called out our trick. So Sean said 360 flat. I said the oppo feeble whip. Is anyone else? Did anyone else call out tricks? Jay had to go to meetings. Hayden's going to try T-bogs. That's sick. That's sick. All right, cool, cool. So anyway, guys, if you guys have to set a goal. That's the biggest thing, you know. If you don't have your goal when you're going out riding, you're not going to get very much done. So set your goal for your trick so that you can try it when you're riding. What is it? Throw it in the comments right now. Okay, I'm just I had to look at the Donatus. Is that how you say it? I had to look at this bike he's talking about. But anyway, got you. LR, and if he's not in here anymore, I'm not going to worry about it. I don't know, man. It looks like it's a sketchy link. I'm not going to open the link. You know, if he wants to throw in the name of the bike, then great. We will look up the bike. We'll research it, but it's like skillbued / custom BMX. No, I'm not. That's sketchy. I'm not opening that. And anyway, I'll look up the bike, but whatever. Anyway, you guys be careful on the internet. It's crazy. He's being so aggressive in here too. I don't know, man. But anyway, that's what's going on. So I was like, what is this? What's going on here? But anyway, I'm gonna keep going through the comments. We're at about an hour. I've been doing 2 hours for you guys, just because I don't know. I've been having a lot of fun staying on these live streams. It gets me more content. I really enjoy interacting with you guys. At 2 o'clock my time, so in 2 hours from now, Nick and I are going to do a live stream on the Bike School channel. So that it's a little bit less like this one. I'm chatting with you guys. You know, we're just hanging out. We're talking about BMX and stuff. The Bike School one's more so just Nick and I kind of chatting and hanging out. We're going to look at some of our members' posts. We're going to talk about progression. We're going to talk about all kinds of things like that. And I'll send the link to that one if you guys want to come hang out with me for another hour. I'm going to send this link right here. This is to the Bike School live stream that'll happen in 2 hours, okay? And if you guys want to check that out. But anyway, I'm going to keep going. I'll keep answering questions because I feel like I haven't answered very many. Even though I have, there's just over 500 questions. So anyway. Yeah, Roman said no. So I talked about Amber, Johnny Depp, and like censoring your comments, and Roman said no one's nah, dude. There's a movement of man haters out there. There is man haters that are definitely just taking our side just because they hate men. It's pretty sad. Sad. I don't know. Is Johnny Depp a perfect person? Absolutely not. I don't even care about him either way, but I feel like if those were all false accusations, like you can't get away with that. You can't just ruin somebody's life because you want to. Like I had toxic relationships before and you gotta be careful with Amber Heards. You just gotta be careful with Amber Heards. So Tyler says that my current bike is a Sabrosa Letum and it feels small. I'm 6 foot. Should I get a bigger frame? If so, what's the cheapest frame that would work? Is the Sabrosa Letum's a 20.75? Is that right? Let me double check. I gotta double check. Wow, that is old. Wow. Um, 99% sure. Yeah, 20.75. Guys, you guys would not believe how much bike knowledge is just from doing the reviews and stuff. Like, I know a lot of the geometries offhand, which is weird because I don't really try to. I just put out the information and then I'm like, wow, I remembered that. How crazy. So, anyway, for your size, it's not like if you're 6 foot on the dot, it's not that bad. You know, it's not going to be the end of the world riding that 20.75. And I would almost say instead of buying a new frame, maybe go with a stem with a longer reach. So find something that's like a 52 millimeter stem and even some taller bars. I think the ones that come on the Letum are 9. And so go up to 9.25 or 9.5. Um, yeah, they're 9-inch bars. So maybe go up a little bit on the bars and a little bit more reach with the stem. And the reason I say that over the frame, like you're going to get some extra clearance and the bike's going to feel a little bigger going that route. And then you're not spending $350 on a new frame. Now, if you have a reason to need a new frame, if you want a new frame, then go with that, you know, get something that's just a 21-inch frame and you'll be good. But I don't think you need to. You can make the frame work for your height while it is on the smaller and the more responsive end. Um, you can make it work. Just try upgrading the stem, longer and taller bars, and see how that feels first. And then if that really doesn't help, last resort, go with a 21-inch frame. But again, that's going to be expensive. So wait. He doesn't even have a million subs. He always uses copyrighted songs. He makes most of his money from selling merch and banshees. Are we talking about Panza? Are you talking about Panza, Lucas? Panza doesn't make. You don't think he makes money off of his videos? No way. He has to. There's no way. I also noticed though, so I've been watching a little bit of Danny Duncan recently, and he also uses copyrighted music in his videos. And I'm like thinking about it. You can buy the rights to songs, and I imagine it with a fairly expensive music subscription service, you could get pretty decent songs to use. Um, but yeah, that's interesting. I haven't looked into it, but I thought about it with Danny. I was like, man, Danny has enough subs and enough money that he probably can afford to license the song for that video, but maybe not. I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, I'll ask Hannah what Panza's doing if he's making money off YouTube. Lucas is getting new bars. If you guys didn't leave a recommendation for him or comment a recommendation, let him know. I don't know, man. I really like my demolition rig bars, the Dennis Anderson handlebars. I love them. Hey, Craig said, thanks for the help on manuals, guys. He went from 1 parking spot to 3. That's awesome, Craig. So by next Friday, you're going to do 6. Okay. So I'm going to ask you next Friday, I'm going to say, hey, you better do 6 parking spots. Andre says, hey man, I can't find good info on this. I'm a mountain bike rider and I want to get into BMX. I'm 6'1", 31 years old and never touched a BMX in my life. My choices are 24-inch, 22-inch, or 20-inch, or dirt jumper. Any, I lost it. Any thoughts? Okay, any thoughts? That's what the rest of the comments said. Um, hmm. So what I have started to tell people who have you have a BBB. So it's a big bike background, right? You have background with mountain bikes, which are generally bigger bikes. So you have a bigger God, this mic. You have experience with bigger bikes. So if you follow the standard size recommendation for BMX, your BMX is going to feel small. So where you're 6'1", it's going to say above 6 foot or above 21 inch or right at 21 inch. And that might feel a little bit small for you since you're used to riding a bigger bike. So if you can find something like a 21.25, which is only available, I think the Fit Trail comes in a 21.25, the Sunday Dark Wave comes in a 21.25, and the Sabrosa Tyro comes in a 21.33. I think those are your only, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure those are your only options of complete bikes that are over 21 inches. And so personally, I think a 24 and a 22-inch BMX bike, it's going to be, they're just so hard to do tricks on. They're hard to do tricks. They're hard to maneuver because they've got a much bigger wheelbase. So you can get one of those, you can learn tricks on it, but it's going to be harder. And I really think it would be better, more beneficial for you to go with a 20-inch bike with a 21.25 or bigger top tube. So you'd be fine on the 21, but it will feel small since you're used to riding a bigger bike. It's going to feel small. And going with a little bit bigger on the top tube is going to feel better for you. So look for something. Those three bikes that I mentioned are bigger. And yeah. What is Alex asking here? Do you have merch? Yeah, it's so it's actually shop.dougsterbob.com. You guys watch Didion? So all of these are handmade with love, but I don't know, I might quit making it. Like it's kind of a lot of work. And I don't know, but I'll send this link for you, Alex. If you guys want to grab some Dougster Bob shirts, they're at that link. Okay. There's also other stuff in there like ebooks and that kind of thing. But those are the shirts. If you have different ideas for designs, let me know. I'm not very artsy. I've learned I'm not very artsy, not very creative. And so it's really hard for me to come up with logos and all that stuff. But okay, I'm scrolling through. I'm gonna kind of go through these a little bit quicker just to try and answer all of you guys' questions. It's so depressing now. I used to be able to answer every single one. It would die out at about an hour, and now it just doesn't. It don't quit. And I gotta pee, so we gotta wrap it up in the next 40 minutes. Alex said, "Damn, just a few months ago you were at like 7K subs and you've doubled." Yeah, bro, we're almost at 15. It was crazy. I do a thing like every week I kind of plan my week, my goals and everything like that. And one of my goals, it used to be 10K subs, and now I had to change my sheet to be 20K. Actually, I think I changed it. What does it say? Yeah, it's 20K now. And I had to update it, and I was just like, it was just so surreal, you know. I'm like, wow, I'm almost at 15,000. How crazy is that? 24 North says, so I like the look of front load stems more than top load, but I'm afraid that there is a lot high risk of the bars moving from hard landing with front load stems. Should I worry about that? Question mark. Hmm. I don't think so. I think I could be wrong. If anyone knows better, correct me. But my idea is that the clamping strength is the same no matter what. And the only reason you'd worry about them slipping more is like the placement where your weight shift is. But for the most part, it's going to be the same diameter, the same clamping, and the only difference is the placement. Um, hmm. But when I did ride front load, I feel like it did slip more. But that was way back. That was before I knew how to tighten my handlebars. So I don't think that's really a factor. No, I'm going to say no. I don't think you need to worry about that. Just make sure you're tightening it down properly. Make sure if you want to clean off the bars, you want to clean off the inside of the stem if it does slip because there's dirt, there's paint chippings in there, and it's going to make it slip more. So make sure you're doing everything right. But no, you shouldn't worry about it. Sawyer says, any tips for crank flips? Should you loosen your chain for them? I've been waiting my whole life for this. All right, we got a shoe, we got a pedal. This isn't going to be the most helpful demonstration, but it's a good, man, why is this pedal slippery? What the heck? Anyway, so one of the biggest things with the crank flip is like people try and flip the cranks like this. It doesn't work, you know, like even if you have unlimited grip, it doesn't work. What you have to do is take your toe, point it down, and then you have more grip to flick per se. So like if you're trying to flick like this, your foot's just going to slide off. You have to point your toe down, and like you're scooping, you're pointing it down so the pedal turns and you can scoop under this spindle part. So you're pointing it down and you're scooping on that spindle, and that's going to snap your cranks around. So that's the biggest thing, is getting that flick right and do so. Sometimes I roll my foot up a little bit more on crank flips. So like instead I ride like this normally. On a crank flip, I'm going to slide my foot forward a bit. So I have more leverage when I go to flick it. But yeah, that's my number one tip for you. I don't really like that trick, but it's fun. It's fun. I don't know why I don't like it. But yeah, also definitely make sure you have your chain loose-ish. You just want to be able to stand there without your feet on it, grab your cranks, spin it, and get like 2 or 3 good spins, maybe 1 or 2. It's got to be able to do 2 to 3 good spins. And if it doesn't do that, loosen your chain. David said, do most bars have the same back sweep? And the answer is, I think most of them, for the most part, they do. What is it? Around 11 or 12 degrees. They don't change a whole lot. Some of them you'll see like an oddball with not very much back sweep. Back sweep doesn't do a whole lot. And yeah, you don't see very much variance from it. So I love everyone's telling Tim welcome. Johnny says, what is the best BMX bike for under $300? Johnny, there isn't one. Nope. I mean, maybe right now. Let's look. Let's look if one of the kinks is discounted to under $300, but I don't think so. Maybe the launch. No, the curb is 309. It's not even under 300, even with the discount. $60 discount is still not under. Yeah, man. Like, I think I saw this where people were saying you get what you pay for. Like, that's really the case, you know. You're not going to get a decent BMX bike for under 300. Like, it's really sad, but you're not going to. Harry Main, though, actually, that'd be a fun video to watch a part of. Harry Main did a video about a Mafia Cush 2. Harry Main is a big affiliate for Mafia, and the Cush 2 is a BMX bike with single one-piece cranks, but I think the Cush 2 has double wall rims, which is just crazy. has an integrated, no, not an integrated headset, but most of the stuff's not sealed. But he's like, for 129 or 119 pounds, you can get this bike and you can get into BMX. And I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. But it's not a great bike. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe that is the answer to the question. But here, let's go. I'm gonna play that. And while I go pee. So you guys are going to watch a part of this while I go pee, okay? This is the bike. We're going to skip it ahead to like here. Oh, wait, you guys can't see the screen yet. Okay, here we go. This is the boy, Harry Main. I will be
120 quid, 190, 190.
You pay 50 quid for the seat?
Yeah, look at that. Seat and seat combo. Everyone's watching now thinking, what am I getting for my money? I'm about to show you. By the way, I can't do a single foot jam today because I dropped a 3-ton jack on my toe. My toe's black. Hey, the colour looks sick, doesn't it? So this is a Cush 2, which is an entry-level BMX, which means if at any point you were considering ever getting into BMX, now's the time to try to get involved. Get yourself a fresh MB Mafia bike.
Just to get people back on bikes, isn't it, lad?
Yeah. Get people back out riding. Everywhere we go, people, you know, there are not enough people riding bikes these days. So we're trying to get people back at skate parks. Trying to get people back at skate parks, back at the spots, having sessions. So the Cush 2 is ready to build. It's going to be exciting, this.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
You're riding it first.
Am I?
Yeah, I want to see a full-on street beast. Nice, I'm touching it!
Does take us back, this lad.
Doesn't it? Look at
our
that.
School days. We're going
That's
to have to
sick,
find you somewhere to flare it.
That's sick, that! Tightening the seat in. What are we saying? Slammed or high?
Slammed.
Slammed. Like full-on decked out.
Yeah.
Words on the BMX streets are, these stems are the best stems ever made. Probably the strongest stems on earth.
There's some new shit there, you.
What, the full spin out?
Yeah.
Ready for this?
Go on.
Whoa! That is sick, that! Oh! Yo! The beast is done.
It's pretty sick.
£119.
What more could you want?
You will never enter the BMX market at that price with that good of a bike ever again. When you miss this deal, just be prepared to pay more because you're never, ever, ever going to do it. You couldn't even probably go to main retailers in England right now and buy a bike for that price. So, thank me later. Yes, G! Yes, G!
Too much Steve, man.
Where are we riding today?
Whatever you want, pal.
Oh!
Okay. Anyway, that's Harry Main. That's the Cush 2. I can't believe you guys stayed and watched that. That's hilarious. But I actually watched the video just because I was like, you guys saw the picture. Did you guys see the picture of little Doug with Harry Main? And little Doug wasn't so little, but Harry Main was pretty little. I looked up to him like he was my idol, and it's cool he's still kind of in BMX and stuff like that. But later on in the video, he has it put together and he rides on it. He does a flare on it. You know, he does all these things on it, and that's awesome, right? The bike is built to mirror modern geometry, just like any entry-level BMX bike. It's got modern geometry, right? 13.2 chainstay, 20 whatever top tube you want, 75-degree head tube angle. Like, it's all modern geometry, and that's cool. Then what he doesn't show is like if Harry Main rode that bike for 6 months straight or a month straight, how would that bike be? You know what I mean? So for a day, yeah, okay, cool. Every bike's good, whatever. But it's like a prolonged period of time. That's why if someone's like, why don't you ride the bikes that you review? It's like, could you imagine me thoroughly riding all 80 different BMX bikes to do reviews on them? Not just thoroughly riding, right? They're different top tube sizes. Like, my skill level is different than some people. My height's different. It just doesn't work. And so anyway, you can show a lot on the video, but I guess where I'm going with it is like, be careful when you watch pros ride not pro bikes, because it's possible, right? You can hop on a bike with modern geometry or similar geometry to you, and you can do tricks on it. You can't do it for a prolonged period of time. That's the main difference between the bikes, is the quality. And so if you want to be replacing bikes every few months, go crazy. And I talked on this. Oh, there's 666 comments. That's crazy. 666. I talked about this earlier, that for me, the reason I talk about and push people to buy higher quality bikes, there's nothing in it for me except the fact that when I started out riding, I bought the first bike my parents bought me was like a $289 bike. Okay, this was in 2010. No, wow, 2009 or 2008. But anyway, $230 bike. Then I bought like a $400 bike, and then I bought a different $400 bike, and then I bought another like $600 bike. This is all in the first like 2 years of me riding. Okay, add all that up, you've got a $2,000 bike that I could have just spent on a custom bike, right? Over those 2 years, if I would have just dropped, say, the $2,000 on a bike early on, that would have made up for the 4 bikes that I broke. And I still proceeded to break a couple more bikes before I finally had a fully custom bike. And, but anyway, it's like, that's why I'm pushing it. You know, if you want to buy a $300 bike and buy another $300 bike in 3 months and another $300 bike in 6 months, like, that's fine. You're going to spend $1,000 on 3 different bikes, like whatever, you do your thing. But that's why I push people. I'm like, hey, if you have the money, get the best quality you can, because it's going to last. And anyway, so back to the question, $300. There really isn't one that I would like recommend that's going to last you a good amount of time. You can get something cheap, like if that's your budget, and I know that's like the budget for a lot of people. Just get what you can that's closest to that $300 price range, whatever you can afford. That's going to have, like, look for sealed bearings and chromoly if you can find it, aftermarket parts, and get as close to that as you can, because I understand, like, not everyone has enough money to buy a decent bike, and you've got to start somewhere, and that's the most important thing. So if that's all you have and that's the only bike you could buy, just get something with BMX modern geometry and start shredding, because then in 6 months, in a year, in 3 months, when that bike breaks, like, you can upgrade it. But the time you spent on that bike while you were breaking it is so valuable, because you're putting in the work, you're getting better at the sport. And so anyway, that's the answer from me to you. And I was going to, a lot of people, Hayden says used. And I think a lot of people are going to say used. And that is a very good point. You can get amazing deals on bikes used. Just make sure you don't get ripped off. You have to know what you're looking for. I know Lucas, I know Kirk, I know a lot of people who get used bikes for very, very good deals. And if you can find something, Johnny, get that. You know, in your situation, used would probably be the best option if you don't get taken advantage of. Snow says the framed witness is only $285. That seems like a fair deal. Alex says you should start making videos like of you riding and not just at the what? At the what? Alex? Alex, let me tell you something. I got something here for you. Hold on. So one of the things I've been doing is just that. So every week I'll put out a video with a compilation of my progression, my riding for the week. The idea is, what I say in the description is that I'm trying to progress every day. Oh my God, I didn't put it in this one. I'm trying to progress every day until I get better than Brad Sims or die. One of the two. You know, I'm either going to get better than Brad Sims or I'm going to die. And that's what the goal of this progression series is. So will I ever get better than Lord Brad? Probably not. But hey, it is fun to try. Let me see if I can get, oh, here we no, that's a Dougster Bob mix. Anyway, they're all in a playlist. And so this is the most recent one. If you're still in here, you want to check it out. This is the most recent progression session. There's 6 of them, and people really enjoy watching them. It's weird to me. I never imagined that by putting these out here, people would enjoy it, but people do like watching them. And I have a lot of fun making them, and it's inspired me to ride a little bit better and to try a little bit harder. So it's good. It's good. Now Thomas is talking about bike school and the price. He said it's only $20 a month for a year. Progress as fast as you want and help me spread the BMX life, or BMX like Jesus. So Thomas actually got in pretty early when that was what was that? I mean, that's $240. That's a good option. But now there's only a $250 one-time payment, but we changed the structure to be lifetime instead of a yearly subscription. Or you can test it out for $50 a month. And what most people do is they'll test it out. They'll spend the $50, get access to all of the exclusive videos, all the slow motion videos, the private Facebook group. They'll get access to all of that for the $50, and then they'll upgrade and just go ahead and buy the lifetime membership because they're like, hey, there's a lot of value here. But I'll send the link if you guys are interested. Like, honestly, if you guys aren't too serious about getting better, I don't really, it's not right for you. I don't really want you in the program, because if you're not putting in the work, if you're not trying to get better and using it for your benefit, I'm not able to help you. And I don't want to take your money if I'm not able to help you. So if you think it's valuable, if you have any questions about it, let me know. Try it out. I feel like Thomas, Jared, anyone who's in here that's a member, Al, has it been helpful? Like, has bike school been helpful? Yay or nay? Let me know. I'm curious. Hey, Jared, what do you think about these 2-hour streams? Anyway, Thomas, thank you, sir. Thank you for spreading the good news. Wahabalba says, how them desert ramps in Tucson? You going back soon? Yeah, I'd probably stop and cruise them whenever I go through. They're kind of out of the way when I'm going to Phoenix, but I'd stop and ride it again, especially if there's people, like if Dusty goes out and like a group of dudes go out, I'd definitely go catch a session. Have you been out there to them or no? Yes, no effects. If you want to if you want to email your bike, man, do it. We'll shout it out on the stream. We'll take a look at the bike. Well, that's interesting. Chief, why is it Chief, where are you seeing $500 a year? It's only 250 and it's lifetime. So it's not at one point we did annual and we had people sign up for annual. The conclusion we came to is that BMX is like, I don't know, it's something that you do for a while, then you might not be able to. You might get busy with work, you might get injured, so many things can happen, right? And so for us to just charge yearly, if you're not, or even monthly, if you're not riding for that time period, you're not using it, you're not getting any value from it. And so lifetime is just the way to go. So we got rid of the yearly option. Everyone's lifetime for the life of the course. So once you're in forever. So, ideally you start out as a beginner and you learn the basics with bike school, right? You learn the manual, the bunny hop, jumping, pumping, all that stuff. And ultimately, you progress to the point where you're actually learning from the tail whip videos, the backflip videos, and that kind of thing. Like, that's my dream with it, is that I get someone in there who starts with the beginner content, but progresses to the level that they're riding at those harder tricks, you know, and that's where I want to get it to. But anyway, it's lifetime because of that reason, Chief. I'm not sure where you're seeing. Is it 500 Australian or what? Kirk says a man should learn how to weld. Just my 2 cents. Um, I helped my dad weld one time. He's like, don't look at it. I'm like, okay, I won't look at it. So I was looking away. Bro, I got the worst flash burn of my life. I woke up, my eyes were like swollen shut. They were burning and tears, like, you know, they were watering like crazy. And I'm like, what is going on? And I go wake him up and he's like, oh, you got flash burn. I'm like, what is that? He's like, here, put these potatoes on your eyes. So I'm like laying on the couch with freaking potato hash browns over my eyes. He's all, they'll absorb the heat. And so anyway, after the flash burn, I'm like, nah, welding is not for me. It was, what did Hayden say? It was when you said in 2025 you're taking us to Woodward. Oh, Hayden, bro, I really don't remember that, but let's go. You know, keep reminding me, Hayden. Every year, just pop back in every year and say, hey, remember, you said you're going to take us to Woodward in 2025, and in 2025 we're going to have a Dougster Bob week at Woodward, and hopefully I'll buy some people memberships, dude. That'd be sick. Who would go to Dougster Bob Woodward Week? How fun would that be in 2025? So you guys have lots of time to prepare for it. Dude, I'm burping pina colada bang and it's disgusting. All right. Nate says, question, who are your top 3 or 5 favorite riders? Number 1, Brad Sims. Number 2, Kevin Peraza. Number 3, Dennis Anderson. Number 4, Logan Martin. Number 5, who's number 5? What do you guys think? I'm really trying to think of everyone. And I know there's people that I probably would put in that top 5 that I just mentioned that I didn't think of. Brad and Kevin. I love Brad and Kevin. Those are the top 2. I don't know. I guess we'll do top 4. Top 5. No, I have to throw in a top 5. I'll say for number 5 is going to be who's that new King, the Casey dude on Kink. That's going to be him. He's crazy. I like that. So Christopher says, any advice on 180s? Bro, I already went super in depth on some 180 tips. Actually, not super in depth, but just go back earlier, like, I don't know, 45 minutes, and it's there. Joe Juan says 180s too. Oh my God, you guys are crazy. Okay, I'm just reading through the comments. I think I'm catching up. What are we at? It's the comments I'm reading are from 12:11. It's 12:40. So I'm getting caught up. 755 comments, guys. How many likes do we have? Do we have a fair amount? I don't know. I never care. I'm gonna like my own video and get us to 30 likes. But hey, what's up, Brady? Guys, Brady Baker is a crazy guy. Brady, if you're good friends with Shelby, okay, Shelby Woodward Shelby, guys, we need to finesse Dougster Bob into staying a week or two at Woodward this year. I'm really trying. I don't know. Apparently, he's looking into it. We'll see. I don't know. But Brady, if you're friends with Shelby, I know you're on the pro list. I know you're getting the sessions in there. You know, say, hey, that Dougster Bob guy is so famous and would be really beneficial to have him at Woodward. We're trying to finesse it. Okay, Brady, you got my back or what? Yeah, Pat Casey. Honestly, though, Brady says Pat Casey, and honestly, I think I really love watching Pat Casey's right up there for sure. He might be the number. He might be the number 4, and then number 4 moves to number 5. Who did I say for number 4? Brad, Kevin, Dennis, Logan. Yeah. No, Pat Casey before Logan. Logan number 5. Pat Casey number 4. Good call, Brady. Good call. Okay. I'm going through how many feet? I'm going to keep finding questions. These are good questions, guys. These are good. Kirk, I'm dead. Kirk says his girlfriend's only is 5'3", but she rides a 9-inch, and he's talking about handlebars. Her bike 9-inch handlebars. GGSS Bike says, can you tell me what the difference between 8-spline cranks and 48-spline cranks is? So here it is. You ready for it? Get your notebook. 8-spline cranks have 8 splines, and 48-spline cranks have 48 splines. But really, so 8 splines, they're going to have a pinch bolt. The pinch bolt keeps the cranks from being so wobbly. Like the way that they fit together is not perfect. So there's a lot of slack in between the 8 splines, and the crank is wobbly. So you need to tighten the pinch bolt to hold it from being wobbly. 8-spline cranks just, they're chunkier, they're heavier, they're a little bit lower quality. And 48-spline cranks are a lot more expensive, but they're primarily lighter and quite a bit stronger. So that's the main difference, like weight and strength, and how they look. I really like 8-spline cranks don't look that good, but no one's really going to care about your cranks either. So okay. I know, Sean, I don't know, man. People watch, don't give the thumbs up. I just don't understand. It's okay. I'm here for you guys. I don't care. Oh, yo, we almost got 40 likes. Good job, guys. Just 2 more. Just 2 more. I'm just reading through, guys, looking for some comments. Or not comments. Questions. Oh, Preacher, guys, this is going to spark some controversy. Preacher says crank flips are not even a trick. What do you got? Do you guys agree or disagree? I think if they're not hop, if they're not in a combination, if they're not mixed with another trick, they're in the same category as pull-up bars and pedal flips and X-up rides. But if you're doing a 360 crank flip or a crank flip to Smith to manual, whatever, like if you're throwing crank flips in a line, you're actually off the ground. I think they count as a trick. But if you're just rolling on the ground, you're crank flip, that doesn't count. You got to be off the ground. Kirk says, sometimes I wish Harry would use sign language instead of talking. Kirk, did you see the title of the video? Too much hate in BMX. This is talking about you. He made that video. I'm just kidding. Oh God, whenever I talk for more than an hour, my voice does that. Anyway, there's a dude, a washed up BMX dude that talked about me on his podcast. I was honored, except he was saying that if he sounded like me, he'd kill himself or something. I feel like I can't remember. I feel like that's what he said, or he said he'd quit doing his podcast. I don't know what it was, but the washed up dude's been riding for 40 years. Nobody's heard of him. Like, come on, man. Who are you? But but anyway, Kirk, is that how you feel about me too? Maybe that's how he felt about me. He's like, I'd watch Dougster Bob if he used sign language. That's funny. What should I get for lunch, guys? I'm starving to death. David has a Wade frame. Yeah, okay. David said, I have my Hoffman Wade. I was just thinking about you, David. I knew you had your Wade frame. Sawyer, thanks for coming on the stream, man. Hyped to have you on here, and we'll see you next week. Learn some tricks for us, okay? Don't forget, you got to learn a trick. No, Sean says that Maxis did a Brad Sims signature tire. We got to check this out. Oh my God. Brad Sims. I would buy it. I would buy it. I think. I don't know. Let's see. Why does it say Brad Sims is on Maxis Mexico? I feel like he's not from Mexico. Hey, Sean, if you've got the link, let me know. Like, that is probably somewhere on Instagram. I hate that you can't like search anything on Instagram. You know, I hate that. But looks like he has grifters on his bike in the pictures here, but that's sick. You know, I'd buy him for sure. Yo, Jared, thanks for the $10, man. Whenever you guys send me money, you always make my life a lot easier. Thanks. Appreciate it, Jared. So Jared says half cab to Oppo Feeble. How would that work? I'm trying to I'm envisioning it in my head. It doesn't seem that hard. I think I could get that. Now I'm a Feeble wizard because I did the Feeble 3, Feeble 270. But okay, Jared, I got you. I got you on that. Just don't say anything crazy like a 360 ice pick tail whip. What is a Sunday? It is saying that SnowFX says that Sunday should pay Kirk. Bro, I would if I ever meet the Sunday guys, Nuno, that's his name. I couldn't think of it a couple streams ago. I would get you paid by Sunday, Kirk. Yeah, dude, Flashburn's no joke for real. It's brutal. Cucumber. I don't know. I was crying, but I wasn't. Like, my eyes were crying, but I wasn't crying. I was probably crying on the inside. I don't know, SnowFX. I don't know. Hold on. I gotta read the context here. I wouldn't take because that would make okay. So Kirk's saying he wouldn't take money from Sunday because that would make his comments biased. And SnowFX says, that's not what bias means. This is interesting. Kirk always finds himself in arguments. It's interesting. I think, maybe it wouldn't necessarily make you bias, because if you have integrity, you can remain unbiased. But it does make you less credible. I think that's the thing. So let's say Kink paid me. Okay, imagine Kink paid me, and I was sponsored by Kink, right? Now all of a sudden it looks very suspicious that my Kink reviews are primarily positive, even though I'm not biased. Like, I just look at the specs and, I put it into the score sheet, and the score sheet tells me what's up. But if Kink's paying me, even if I'm not being biased and I have integrity, it looks suspicious, and that credibility right out the window to a lot of people. Because then it's like, well, he's sponsored by Kink, that's why he's saying that. It's like, no. But I don't know. That's a good point. You guys are making good points. I don't know. Ever since I've been riding my Sunday bike, love it. Absolutely love it. Now, to be fair, I haven't ridden a We the People frame, so I don't really know. I know Dave, they say they put a ton of different research and different technologies into the development of it. And I think I'd almost say Odyssey and Sunday get maybe too much hype from time to time, just because of how long they've been in the sport and how much they innovated early on. So early on, they did a lot of innovations. They did a lot for the sport. They've been around for quite a while. And so, like, that builds a credibility, just like SE and GT have huge amounts of credibility for the guys who rode in the 80s and the 90s. Sunday is kind of like that for the modern mid-school BMXer, because they were around at that time. They developed a lot, blah, blah, blah. But now, I don't know. Had they slacked off in the last few decades or the last decade? I don't know. It's a good question. Ooh, Sean says Corey Walsh. I like Corey Walsh's riding. He's very good. Nate Gar says, what do you think about riding with helmets? I've never worn one and have been thinking about getting one. Are they noticeable when riding? Yes, they are. I notice. I look at myself in videos and I'm like this. Because the helmet's like right here, and for some reason it makes me want to blink. And so, like, I'm always doing this. It's so annoying. I'm like, why can't I just look majestic like Kevin when I'm riding? Right? I went on that rant last week. I'm all like this all the time when I'm riding, and Kevin's so graceful. Like, anyway, but when I'm actually riding, it doesn't really bug me. Like, if you get a really bulky, really heavy one, you can feel the weight shift on your head and stuff like that. But it's not the end of the world, and it's something you get used to relatively fast. But yeah, for me, it makes me blink like an idiot. Okay, it's noon. We've got to do, oh my God, it's 1. We got to do the bike school live in an hour. So that means I've got to eat before the bike school live. I'll share that link one more time if you guys, if you guys are going to come hang out on the bike school live, chit chat with Nick and I. But I'll rapid fire through some questions, just because, like, guys, this is your chance to get answers to your questions. And I don't know, you're my only friend, so I like to hang out with you. But I'll post this if you guys want to come. Oh, that's not the right link. If you guys want to come hang out on the stream in an hour, I think we got some people who are thinking about it. But I'll let Nick do most of the talking because I am talked out. Oh, yeah, Sean, you live in Riverside, huh? You go to Stacked. Sean, if I'm ever in that area, like, let's ride Ocean Beach or something. Okay, I'm just reading through. I'm looking for last minute questions. I want to hit all these questions. I want to get to the bottom of the comments. 871 comments. Thank you, Kirk. Kirk says I have a perfect YouTube voice. I appreciate that. I spent a lot of money on different mics trying to find something that worked. And I bought a shotgun mic that would sit here, be out of frame, but like it just sounded so bad. I feel like this sounds good. And as long as I don't talk all seductive. But thank you. Thank you, Kirk. Love the compliments, the voice compliments. Eat. Okay, here's the food. Good. Chicken nachos. Hector. Oh, that's, I don't, bro, I woke up a couple weeks ago and I was really craving nachos. So I was like, I really wanted nachos, but I make my own, but I don't like to cook like ground beef. So it was kind of a catch-22. Jared says Taco Bell. 10 tacos. 10 tacos? Roman, if I get 10, Roman, you were on Brant Moore's stream this morning. I see you. Roman, thanks for coming to hang out, man. All right, so 10 tacos. I will do 10 Taco Bell. God, everyone's saying tacos. It has to be tacos. We'll put a video on my YouTube community or my YouTube story eating 10 tacos. That's a lot. Corn dogs. I haven't had corn dogs in a long time. Yo, good. Kirk. So guys, if you remember last week, Kirk has ordered a titanium frame, not from Laird, or we don't know from where, but he said they're kind of yanking him around and he's hoping it'll ship by now. So now he says, titanium frame update. Again, going to see the dude today about it. Hopefully finalize things today and either get it on order or not get one at all. So much mucking around. Yeah, he sounds like not a very hard worker, Kirk. I don't know. He's been yanking you around for like a month now, right? I really hope that works out, though. Guys, oh my God, Kirk had a birthday 3 days ago. We didn't even say happy birthday to Kirk. So you guys who are in here, the 20 of you that are left, gotta type in happy birthday, Kirk. I'm sure you guys already did. I try and whenever I learn about your guys' birthdays, I try and put it in my calendar. So I can like, I don't know, it's kind of fun. So your birthday is on the 7th, Kirk, is that right? Like I can't remember who else I have in here. I feel like I have Jared's in here. I have Jared's kids in here. Who's the other one? Was it David? I don't know. Anytime I learn, like that's fun. Not many people know your birthdays, so I don't like birthdays. They make me sad, but I like other people's birthdays. So happy birthday, happy late birthday, Kirk. That's dope. I don't know, man. I think I'm caught up. I'm about caught up, guys. We're talking about Tom Dugan. Lucas fixed his PC. What are you guys gonna do this weekend? Any fun plans? Or are you guys just gonna ride? Just gonna grind? Alex says I've got to make a rating my subscribers' bikes video. I don't know. There's a lot of different types of videos that I want to start doing and get into. When the channel gets a little bit bigger, like maybe around 100K or so. Look, that's a Grayson Roberts thing. I don't know. Grayson's channel is always so negative and like sometimes I go off the handle and say some negative shit and and get myself in arguments, but it's fun, right? I do it for the drama. I do it for the fun. Like it's never malicious jabs. Grayson's just always seems so negative. I never liked it. Some people really loved it, you know, but also I don't like that side of things. So I don't want to keep like, especially roasting bikes, like rating it. I don't know. I can't be mean to you guys. I can a little bit, but I can't be mean. So anyway, I don't know if I do that. That's Grayson's thing. And we don't want to follow down Grayson's path. Grayson was a very good BMX YouTuber who would get thousands of views. He'd make some videos kind of in my area. Things make me a little bit nervous, but now he's a entrepreneur guru and he gets like 100 views per video. So it's really sad to see. I hope it works out for him. but I don't know. Not good. We don't want to follow down that path because we're doing good. Things are looking up right now. Like we're thriving, you know. Yo, 24 North, how was your meetings, man? I'm about to quit here. I'm caught up to the quit. 900 comments. This is Ray. This is just a cheap Zoom, I think. Yeah, just a cheap Zoom mic kit that I got from Best Buy. I'm gonna get an SMB. What is it? SMB 700 or whatever, the Shure, but not yet. I was gonna do it, and then I was like, "Why? This works fine." And I'm not like, I don't know. I'm not a singer, so I don't need it, but I want one eventually. "42, Jared. Jared's 42. He's young at heart. You guys are all young at heart. Just lie and say they're good. Bro, what's the point of doing it if I'm just gonna lie about everyone's bike? That's funny. Which bike is better? Oh my God. That's a good question. It's not a good question. The whip for sure. Yeah, the whip is much better, much, much better. And dang, Ray's birthday was yesterday. Oh my God. Dang, that's crazy. But so anyway, this is pretty much the end of the stream, guys. So if you haven't liked the video, you don't really have to, but you can, you know, if you feel like liking the video. Jared doesn't have to like the video because he sent me $10. That's going to go buy my tacos. And no, guys, this has been fun. 2-hour long stream. It's really fun hanging out with you guys, talking to you, talking about BMX. I turned 26 in September, and I'm feeling old. On that, like, what do you guys ever sit around and just get random pain? Somebody commented that on a video earlier, and yesterday or 2 days ago, it was 2 days ago, I'm sitting here and I just get this crazy pain in my neck, and I'm like, oh God, that hurts. And then my ankle, where my ankle goes together with my foot, right there, just like this throbbing pain. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, just random parts of my body are hurting so bad, and I'm crying on the inside. But crazy. Okay, cool. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to do the tricks you called. I'm going to do a half cab Oppo Feeble for Jared and an Oppo Feeble whip for Dougster Bob. And we'll see you guys next Friday. Come hang out with Nick and I on the bike school live. It's usually there's not very many people. So it's Nick and I just chit-chatting a lot. But be fun to chit-chat with you guys for another hour. My neighbor turned 91 a couple days ago. 91. He rides BMX. Nah, he doesn't ride BMX. I'm just kidding. But he turned 91, and I brought him a little cake and a card, you know, and told him happy birthday and whatnot. And then he invited me over for pizza night. He's like, hey, we're going to get pizza if you want pizza. And I'm like, yeah, sure. So I got to, after the bike school live, I've got to go to pizza night with my older neighbors. They're such nice people. So anyway, wish me luck at pizza night, but we'll see you guys on the bike school stream.